Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Phoenix and welcome back to WanderMC. I hope you're having a beautiful day. It's a very dark day here today. In fact, you'd almost say it's night. Yeah, welcome back. So yeah, to start off with, I'm actually going to show you just a few of the things that I've done in between episodes that I didn't record, or did record, but realised that the footage was so bad that I couldn't bring myself to use it. So yeah, I've done a few random things at the base. And actually, while I'm in this little section here, let's also take a moment to talk about my future plans for this place. So this over here, as I've mentioned, is basically my unstackables and sort of valuables department. So one thing I do want to do is eventually collect all the armor trims. So these are the ones I currently have. I do have some more, but I don't know what I did with them. They're somewhere. I have a lot more than this. Once I find them, they'll also go in there. And so yeah, I'm thinking of doing in the future is basically over here is I'm going to create a bunch of stands, these little display cases. I saw this on a r/detail craft, using the light and this tinted glass creates quite a nice lit up effect. And build this little sort of enclosure around it. So I'm going to have a bunch of them. I'll basically have one of them for each armor trim. Then I'll just have I don't know, just some diamond armor or something with then that trim on. Just like, oh, I don't know, maybe I could use iron armor and then use like a redstone color on it to get a nice bit of contrast, so we can see all the different shapes and patterns. And then also here, I'm probably going to have like a little sort of banner. Get out of there! A little banner patterns and banner showcase thing, and all that good stuff. So that's for this place. Oh, and also I need to make a brewery setup at one time. I haven't done brewery for months. I keep forgetting it's actually a thing. Yeah, I need to get back into that. But let's walk this way before I get more distracted. And let's talk about what I've been doing over here. So, well, for starters, I've been doing some decorating. So you see I've added these mangrove leaves here. I'm going to just gone to there at the moment, but I'll go all the way down with that. Add a little bit of green, and I've also got the spore blossoms, which is adding these little particles, which is, I think that's quite nice. And I've also then done these soul lanterns on the chains from there, partly to give a bit of light, but also just another thing to break up the yellow of that. It is quite busy. There's a lot of stuff going on, but yeah, up here, these multi-item sorters are pretty much complete. They get in there. So I've actually got chests along all of them, and there is stuff in the chests, even if it's just filled with filter items. But up to about here, you can see I have actually got stuff in it. So I've got a little sign saying what's in there, and some item frames so I can see it quicker when I'm like running along like this. So I can say, okay, well, what am I looking for? I want some flint. Okay, there you are. And that goes in there. And yeah, so I've got just random little ones. It's very much sort of random items, basically, is what I'm keeping up here. And blocks, for the most part, are going to be going down there, but I'll show you that in a second. I've also made a couple more of these shulkers. So obviously we had a redstone one, which we've had for a while now, which is very handy dandy. But all the blocks are tricks, sorry. And now we also have a lighting/utility one. So we've got jack-o'-lanterns, lanterns, torches, ladders, just sort of another little thing. And we also have a decorative blocks one, you can see there. And there's also then chests corresponding to both of them. So there's the decorative blocks there. So yeah, it's coming along. There's obviously still needs some work. Like I've still got these blank chests over here, but that just gives me more room for future additions. Yeah, going back down here is quite a large little thing here. It's this thing here, the Rubicon multi-item sorter. So there's those multi-item sorters I've got up there, but it's actually a much better design you can do for them. And that's this thing here, which I'll just show you. So I used a tutorial for this. I'm not smart enough to figure this thing out myself. I will link it in the description, and I will pop the name up on the screen because I forgot the name of the person who did it, which is very bad of me. But yeah, here it is. It's quite a complicated little thing. But yeah, it's a very, very smart design, and it's just like those multi-item sorters where you don't have to fill the chests with items and just input them in if it can go in there, and otherwise it goes into that output chest there. So it's a nice design, and what I've actually done is my old overflow chest over there. Now instead of items going into that, I see I've got rid of that, and they actually come around here and into this thing. And now this strip here is my overflow, as you can see. Got some random stuff in there. But what I'm doing with this is basically this is where I'm keeping slabs. So I've got this little lectern here, which then tells me what is in each chest. So I've got the rows A, B, C, D, E, and then just the rows. Sorry, I keep doing that. The columns A, B, C, D, E, and then the rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can go right. Column A, row 5 is jungle. So column A. I keep getting mixed up. Column A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jungle. And see this. That's got planks, fence gates, slabs, basically everything to do with it, you know. The only thing that isn't stored here is actual logs, which are stored there. And then I also got that for mud brick, wool. I've got concrete, glass panes, all sorts of stuff. And I've got that to there, and the rest of these are just filled with filter items to keep them out. So yeah, that's another little project. As you can see, I'm still going with the whole sounds thing. So I've got the amethyst here, you get a little chime when you walk on it, and I have actually got some note blocks hooked up to the back of it as well, so get a little ding ding with this as well. All very nice and good. I'm trying to think what else I've done. Just a little bit of decorating, and yeah, that's it really. It's still just keep adding stuff to it until someone stops me. Another thing I'm going to have to do is replace those item sorters. I've mentioned that before, but long story short, they basically keep overflowing. And there is a solution to that, but that requires actually a different design, or well, 2 different designs to be exact. Because basically you need to make it so that the item sorters can't interfere with each other, which currently they can due to the way the redstone is connected. Whereas if you use these 2 designs here, they are completely isolated from each other, redstone-wise. So yeah, but that's a project for another day. We're not even going to attempt to do that today. Right, what else have I done? Oh, let's go and have a look at the farm. But this is actually where I spent the majority of my time between episodes. Let's put some shaders on to make it look a little bit nicer. So I haven't had as much time to play lately, so what I've been doing a lot is just popping on and just doing a bit of decorating down here. And what I've mostly been doing is working on this section right here, partly because I can go over to these trees here and get a nice view of it, like so. So yeah, just adding lots of little decorations. And what I'm trying to do is get one area completely finished, so I can then use that as sort of a template, because I do eventually plan on expanding this thing, the farm, to cover pretty much this whole sparse jungle biome, which does go on for quite a bit. So yeah, it's very much a future project, but I'll show you a few of the things I've done. So for example, I've textured the ground like this. This is what I'm thinking of doing. So you've got the path, coarse dirt, and then the brown concrete powder like that. Nice. You've got these little steps, which have it's a bit overcomplicated. I've got 4 blocks for these little steps up. I've got the jungle slabs, the acacia slabs, jungle trapdoor, and the acacia trapdoor. It's a bit overcomplicated, but I like how it looks. We've got these little lanterns like this. I've been doing these little moss patches around the place, if I can find one. There was one there, but I'm also mixing some stuff in with that. I'll show you. There you go. Little moss patch here. But you see that's got moss, green concrete, and I think that's lime concrete powder. Oh no, it is green concrete powder, sorry. I've got this little tree here, which is quite nice actually. Just got little patches of flowers, a bit of colour, lots more berries, and even some netherwort there, just to get a bit of colour in. It's quite pretty. I'm really happy with this little section here. So this is done. I can't think of anything else that I want to do with this area right here. Yeah, I got little potted flowers and this little stone wall here. Whoops, some more lanterns, some more blue flowers here, and I've even got like the lapis ore mixed in there in the bushes to try and give sort of a idea of then the berries in the bushes, which it sort of works. I don't know, it's just a little idea I was playing with. And got a little campfire for smoke. Got some more red stuff, red berries and plants of some kind there, and got these reeds here and little buttons like little shells or something, just all sorts of little details to try and just make it interesting. And another thing I've done as well is I got a whole lot of string, and then I've been limiting the growth on these trees with the vines, because if you just leave them, they do that. The vines will just grow all the way down, which it doesn't look bad, but I think like, oh god, that looks so much nicer. I've actually stopped them, then it actually feels that they're actually drooping off instead of just this wall of green. And you see on the big one and stuff there, god, I just think that looks so much nicer. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think it's really quite nice. and it's a good project to sort of come back to, as I can just do it whenever. Oh yeah, I got rid of the pumpkins and melons here because I didn't like how they looked. I'm gonna probably put them in a little greenhouse, like I've done with the berries there. So yeah, that's the farm. So that's what I've been doing between episodes. And as for what we're actually going to be doing this episode, well, yeah, I'm thinking of doing a sea temple. That's not what they're called. An ocean monument farm is what I want to work on. I think that's on the to-do list somewhere, so you're going to find it. It might not actually. There you go, guardian farm. It is here. Yes, so guardian farm, that is on the list. So we're actually going to work on something that is on the to-do list. I know. Who'd have thunk it? But yeah, so I actually have got an ocean monument in mind that I want to use for this, and that is actually over at the that is over at the creeper farm. So where am I? So if I fly down here, there it is. See, it's really near. It's just out of sight of it, but it is yeah, very near to the gunpowder farm, so it feels like a good place to make it. So yeah, I need to. So I want to at least build a perimeter for this thing today. I've never done it, so I've got no idea how long it's going to take. What I'm going to need. All I really know is basically a bunch of sand and or gravel and a whole load of sponges. So yeah, just flying around looking for ocean monuments here for sponges. And look at this lovely little village I found. Well, actually, it's not a village; it's just a lighthouse. But look at it. Isn't that lovely? God, the server's great. You should join it, please. Please, someone. I'm so alone. Ooh, that's a swamp biome. Sorry, not swamp. That's a mangrove biome. Oh, look at that. This is the first time I've actually seen one. Oh, awesome. Apparently it's a windswept savanna. Mangrove swamp, that's it. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's great. Oh, the terrain here is bonkers. It's like part of the... Wow. Oh, this is crazy looking. I just slid off that. Oh wow, this is really pretty actually. I like this a lot. Yeah, it's like mixed in with the jungle and the savannah. I am struggling to find any more ocean monuments, so I do have some sponges back at my base, but in order to clear out the one I'm going to use, I want more. I think I've only got about 10 or 12, also I don't know where they are, I've lost them as well. But I really want to try and get some more, but I'm really struggling to find any, so I'll show you where I'm actually at. So if I go over to this is the Dine map for the server, so right there is a little spawn pedestal, and beneath that is the cave that you start in. Then there's Valestai, there's Rusitania, and if I zoom out a bit, and if I go all the way up here, that's where the painted villages are, and this line here is the line of boys that go all the way, where is it? All the way to Taluk, and then to the Royal Shipyards, and then to the Bazaar and this island, which I still need to sort out. I'm working on it, alright. And if you go all the way over here, you can actually see this is the route I took to get to my base. And then, where am I? Here is my base on the map. So there's my base, there's the farm, and you can also get a little bit of an idea of one thing you're trying to do here. So eventually what I want to do is basically, what's actually going to be the base is I want to cut off the island here, and maybe here, and then I'll have this section here, and this sort of island here, plus this cliff here, and then that's sort of the base. That's the base area. Now that is a big area, as you can see. So that'll be more than we want. But then where I'm actually at the moment is over here. So if I zoom in there, that's our creeper farm. And that there is the ocean monument that I'm going to turn to a farm. So I plan on having a few farms in this place because it's well, A, it's far away enough from my base that, well, A, it's not that hard to get to, but also it won't be loaded because I don't necessarily want the stuff loaded all the time. This means I can just go over there, load a bunch of stuff and get a bunch of materials and then just go away, and it won't be running and causing lag. Now I've just been flying around here, you can see where I've actually gone. There doesn't appear to be any more ocean monuments here. There's something there. There's also something there. But yeah, not finding any more ocean monuments, so I might have to go further. So there is also actually an ocean here, as you can see. I don't know how big that is. And there is one here, quite big, which connects all the way up here. So if I zoom in, I can probably find some. Is that one there? No. So yeah, I'm going to keep searching and see what I can find. Operation Collect Sponges has been a resounding success. I don't know what I've done with the others. I've got a stack of them somewhere. I'm not sure what I've done with them, but yeah, I've got a stack of sponges, so I think that should be enough to do clear it out. Now what I need is a bunch of sand or gravel, and like a lot. I'm gonna say 8 shulker boxes to just say a random number. So how much do I have? I have 1 shulker box. So where can I get a buttload, a metric buttload, sorry to be specific, of sand or gravel? Right, I found some sand and turned off my shaders to stop, blinding everyone. It's very bright. Let's see how much I collect before I lose interest. My guess is going to be, how many do I have here? I don't know why they're all different colours. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say 6 shulker boxes till I lose interest. I have collected 8 shulker boxes of sand. I also have a new microphone, which is why I sound different. I've no idea if this is going to be enough. Probably isn't, but we'll see how far I get. I think for now I'm probably just going to do a square around the monument. And in future, for like decoration purposes, I'd actually like to make a circle. But I think that's probably going to be more effort than it's worth at this moment in time. I'm just going to hide from the guardians here. They keep shooting at me. Right, so I collected. There's my sand. There it is. I also have got a whole bunch of sponges. I figured out where they were in my base, so I think I've actually got maybe a stack and a half now. So it's a good amount. It's a good amount. And I've got my furnaces here, so I can dry them out again, like so. I'd like to take this moment to just express how annoying it is to be placing blocks with guardians shooting at you constantly. It's very annoying. I thought you could block it with your shield, but you can't. So I just sort of got to run away every now and again and eat. You're very annoying. Boys, it's been a bit of a nightmare. So this is actually attempt number 2 of building the perimeter around the ocean monument. From the start, this has just been a bit of a mess. So, well, for starters, I was working on the old assumption of ocean monument farms, which is that you need to drain them out. I've done a bit of research now, and you actually don't need to do that. Like, you can make designs these days that don't actually need to drain it out. You can use bubble columns and such. I've sort of committed at this point, so I'm going to drain it out anyway, and try and figure it out after the fact. This is also my second attempt to actually do the sand, because I tried to do this circle in the middle at first, and I got about a third of the way there, and I then realised it was actually too small. It wasn't going to cover the whole monument. I also think I've messed this up because I have centered this on that bit there, that bit at the very top. I've centered the square off of that and everything, but I don't think that is actually the middle. Well, I know it isn't the middle, so it's not going to be centered. I tried. But I just need to get this done because I've been trying to make this video for like 2 months now. It's just ridiculous. Welcome back to WanderMC. Having now encircled, and squared the ocean monuments, I now need to get rid of all the kelp inside and start dividing this into grids, smaller squares, and then I can start actually draining them with my sponges. And then, maybe in another week or so, I can actually make an ocean monument farm. I'm now on cookies. If I've run out of other food, I'm now eating cookies because for some reason I have like 6 stacks of cookies. I don't know where they came from, but yeah, cookies.